Hey, hi, hello again everybody, and welcome back to the Goat Force Gaming channel where we play the roguelikes and the roguelites every single time. Folks, it's always tremendous to be back out here with you again. Today, we are taking a look at Gunlocked 2, and I'm really excited to show this to you. This just snuck out into early access. I don't know that a lot of people are playing this yet, but I'll tell you, I really enjoyed the first Gunlocked, and so I'm happy that I noticed that this had dropped. It wasn't something I had on my wish list. It wasn't on my radar screen. In fact, I didn't even realize there was a sequel in the making. So I've spent a little bit of time with it. This is a Roguelite Shmup. We're going to be controlling a spaceship and getting stronger and stronger along the way. And I'll tell you what, we do have a number of augments. And if you're wondering, yes, I have opened up the magnesis because of course I have. All right, we love it. We love collecting the parts when they're far away. All right, so we're gonna dive in. We don't need the tutorial. I'm gonna give you your own little tour. And most of our guns and weapons are gonna be on a cooldown, but we're gonna gather all kinds of stuff along the way as well. The interesting aspect of this game is kind of situating the enemies in a way where they'll get hit based on all the different timers that you have going. All right, so let's do an inspection. So we got a basic threat level. The Arachne will attempt to control the battlefield with traps, projectiles, and lasers. Salvage zones have higher than normal debris and a better chance at finding items. I like the sound of that quite a bit. This zone grants a beacon that provides common upgrades. Okay, so we've taken a look at that. Let's take a look at this potential pathway. So far, I'm leaning to the left here. Not in real life. Not in real. I'm actually sitting perfectly straight. Lepidops utilize advanced homing tech and persistent attacks to maintain pressure. Standard combat zone, no outposts or bonuses. I'm out. I'm out. I don't have to read the rest. I want the bonuses. All right, let's do this. So, we have a health bar below. The red pips there. You'll see that we are earning experience along the way in the, well, slightly left to the middle, right? From the middle, rather. And then we're going to grab upgrades along the way, and what we hope to do is create lots and lots of synergies. So far, let's just take a quick scan here. So we've got every 10 bullets that you create grants this one charge. After 4 seconds, fire a 10 damage bullet in a random direction. Awesome. Volley fires an extra bullet from each crossbolt cannon every 0.5 seconds while they're recharging. These are just the pieces that we've come in with. Okay, so we're doing a lot with bullets. We want to keep that in mind. All right. Let's take a look at the options up here. Triggers a bullet behind you that deals 10 damage whenever a weapon triggers. 1.5 second cooldown. The next attack that deals 50 plus damage also causes a 30 damage explosion of laser energy around the original target. Something that does 50 damage. When your starter weapon fires, you have a 7% chance to fire a 10 damage bullet straight ahead. I would love to do that. I would love that. Let's do that. All right, the other thing that we can do is we can slow ourselves down. So if you want to, target in on something specifically, and slowing down would make that easier. You can slow down your craft. Lock-on upgrades getting +1 max targets. Well, we don't have any lock-on yet. And I like over to the left there where they're tracking all your potential synergies. Timed upgrades have -7% cooldown time. Maximum cooldown reduction is 60%. Okay, so we could double down on this one, and that would add another 7% to the chance. Missile upgrades gang +7% chance to trigger bonus effects. So I think this time I'm just going to double down on the chance here. Okay, so I'm slowing us down just so you can see what that looks like. And then we also have kind of a dodge maneuver where you can make yourself invulnerable. And that's what that looks like. And that's about all you have to know. The rest of it is just staying out of the way of the enemies and their bullets and trying to grab as much experience as you can while putting together synergies. Those floppy disks are what allow us to open up the additional meta progression items that we can come in with. Oh, now the data beacon is fun. If we sit in there and fill that circle, we're gonna get a free upgrade. Weapons deal plus 10% critical strike damage. Timed upgrades have a minus 7% cooldown time. Max cooldown reduction is 60%. All upgrades gain plus 10% range where applicable. I don't know, folks. I might just triple down on the Lucky Pelter. I didn't anticipate things going this way, but, well, so far, right? Every 4 level ups, we're gonna get a new weapon as well. All right, let's go sit in here and see if we can fill up the beacon. Okay. Heatsink. Timed upgrades have minus 7% cooldown time. Beacons last 10% longer. We don't have a beacon yet. When your starter weapon fires, 7% chance to launch a 15 damage lock-on missile at the highest health enemy. 2-second cooldown. I like that. All right, I think we're doing this. Because now that gives us an opportunity to start doing stuff with missiles. We've got a lot of percentage chance things happening as well. We might be able to create combos there. It's exciting, right? I'm excited. I hope you're excited. All right, next upgrade opportunity. I am taking a sip of coffee. There we go. Cheers to all of you. Okay, look at this. Every 2 seconds, create 2 drones that follow your ship. When an enemy is within range, the drone locks on, crashes into them for 20 damage. Max 4 drones. I am heavily leaning towards that. An explosive beacon spawns in a random place on the battlefield. Moving inside its radius charges it up, and when full, it deals 150 bomb damage to all enemies. Create a drone with 24 health that rotates around you. Every 0.5 seconds, the drone targets up to 3 enemies in range with lock-on missiles. Ooh, so that would be another missile situation, which is interesting. Oh, lots of drones, too. All right, you know what? Let's get a little bit droney with it. Why not? Why not, right? Okay. Well, we're gonna pick a path out here. Let's take a look at the options. Basic threat level. Okay. Resupply zones grant an assortment of helpful items at the beacon drop point. This zone grants a beacon that provides uncommon upgrades. Well, that would not be bad. That would not be bad. Let's check out what we got going on over here. Homing tech. Mining zones contain mineral-rich rocks that yield extra resources. Okay, so experience points. This zone grants a beacon that provides common upgrades. I'm actually going to go this route because the rocks that have the resources, I mean, you can level up really, really quickly. So I think that's going to pan out for us. Let's see. Yeah, some of these drop. These guys. These are what we're after. More like that, please. All right. First level up right off the bat. Let's see what we got here. When your starter weapon fires, you have a 7% chance to strike the farthest enemy with a 10 damage laser. Okay, so now we're talking lasers. First tick of burn damage. We're not doing burn yet. All upgrades getting plus 10% range where applicable. And I believe this is the one that we've already got 3 of. So let's do this. Let's do this. Firing all kinds of stuff out, right? Hey, look at this. Look at this guy. Come on, one time. There we go. Wonderful. Still sitting at 93 health. I know, I'm as shocked as you are. we are going to do this. This better be worth it, because we're missing out on some mining opportunities here. Ooh, my eyes jumped to the rubber duck. Upgrades getting plus 7% chance to trigger bonus effects. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, we absolutely want that. See, this is where it starts to get awesome. Okay, what do we got here? Whenever your upgrades create a bullet, you have a 10% chance to create an extra copy from your ship. Oh my goodness. Missile upgrades getting plus 7% chance to trigger bonus effects. Lasers have a 10% chance, leave behind 10 damage plasmic bomb. Wow. Drones have a 25% chance to trigger equipped bomb detonation effects when destroyed. All right, I think we got to do this. We got to do that. Okay. Is there still time to blow this up? Maybe? Yep. Hey, there we go. You've probably noticed that our two main side weapons change position as we move up and down. It adds some trickiness. Some taking time to get used to it, I think, is what it took. Lasers have a 10% chance to apply burn to enemies. Missiles have a 10% chance to deal a bonus 10% damage after detonation. That's kind of nice. Lasers have a 12% chance to bounce to another target for 24% damage. Wow. Holy cow. That's a common? Weapons getting plus 7% chance to crit. Oh, this would be nice. This would be super nice. Just a good general one to have. Let's do that. Lucky 7. I feel like we're doing the chance build quite well so far. All right, let's go grab this. Outstanding. Ooh, here we go. We got some kind of a coin there too. Oh, reroll coins. Right. If you look at the lower right here, we can reroll. I just haven't seen a need to do that yet. Now I think we've gotten to a point where we have opened up a new weapon. Targeting beam focuses on an enemy in front of you, then fires up to 8 lock-on missiles that deal 20 damage each. Holy cow. Create a bomb that follows the front of your ship. If the bomb collides with an enemy, its fuse is reduced by 1 second, and it deals 20 plasmic damage on detonation. Fires 2 short-range bullets with 1 piercing that deal 20 damage each. Alternates aim between 3. Oh, I like this one. I do like this one quite a bit. I think we're gonna do this. I like that it alternates the aim. It just kind of helps get everything that's out front. Let's do that. All right. We're back at 100 health, too. How about that? Look at us. Look at you. All right, isn't that nice? Isn't that outstanding? All right, look, we can take a sip, too. Cheers to all of you. If you're having a good time out there, do me a favor. Hit that like button. It'll help more people see this video and learn about the game and help the dev. All good stuff. Standard combat zone, no outposts or bonuses detected. Oh, that doesn't sound very nice for us. Provides the indicated weapon type of upgrades. Well, I want to take a look over here. Okay. Elite threat level. Expect environmental hazards, more difficult enemies, increased item drop rates, and improved reward. Well, I like that so far. So it's the Arachne. Salvage zones have higher than normal debris and a better chance of finding items. This zone grants a beacon that provides uncommon upgrades. Folks, I think we have to do this. We have to lean into the challenge and the difficulty. We've got 100 health. Come on. Let's be confident. Okay, well they're not messing around. They were being very honest the way they described it. What do we have here? Every 4 seconds, lock onto 2 enemies. If an enemy dies while marked, a 6 health drone spawns in their place. Oh my goodness. I'm gonna have a very difficult time not going with that. When your starter weapon fires, you have a 7% chance to strike the farthest enemy. Right, we know about that one. Your primary weapon ganks 1% cooldown reduction. Bullets gank plus 5% damage every time they pierce. We're absolutely doing this. Absolutely doing that. So we're gonna want to watch out for the smiley face holders of the world and try and make sure that we take them down, because those are gonna create drones for us. And we like drones, turns out. We like them very much. I'll tell you, it's all the different synergies and combos that you can put together in this game for me that really, really make it fun to play. Now, I know I'm getting banged up out here a little bit. Just a little bit, right? I mean, they are not kidding. There's a little bit going on the screen. What do we have here? Whenever you create a laser, 2 enemies take 10 laser damage if inside an active beacon radius. Interesting. Every 10 seconds, you launch a missile at the highest durability enemy on screen. The missile deals 75 plus 10% of all. Holy smokes. Drones have a 25% chance to trigger equipped bomb detonation effects when destroyed. Oh, man. +1 max beacons can be created by your beacon type upgrades. I'm thinking this. I like it. It's weird. It's weird. Now let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so we got an extra missile happening out there now. Oh my goodness. All right, well, let's do this. We just have to try not to die. Upgrades gain +7% chance to trigger bonus effects. The next attack that deals 50 plus damage also causes a 30 damage explosion. Create a drone that when damaged creates 2 lasers toward the nearest enemies. Lasers deal 20 damage. Create a drone. That sounds great. That sounds great. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with what we've put together so far. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, a lot of my runs end up going like this, where, you know, you just get to this point where everything starts to come together and you feel very good about the power you've built. All right, so let's take a look here. We have basic threat level. That might be nice after going through that last one. Reinforced holes and use powerful energy barriers. Standard combat zone, no outposts or bonuses. Grants an extra copy of a currently equipped upgrade. Okay, well, that's something. I feel like that's kind of easy mode. Trade outposts allow you to trade data discs for helpful items. This zone offers a beacon that grants an extra copy of currently equipped. Let's try this. Let's try this route. If we could get some health back, that would be great. End up a net positive, right? Okay, so this is looking familiar here. Well, we could add to that. I mean, right now we only have the 7% chance, but then the additional chances from that other buff that we have, of course. Next attack that deals 50 plus damage. Whenever your upgrades create a bullet, you have a 10% chance to create an extra copy from your ship. So I am I'm leaning towards this. Let's just have even more stuff being created, right? That damage field is awesome. All right. Lots of great choices here. I do like this. Every 4 seconds. Okay, so we get another drone and +2 drone health. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. That's nice. All right, back to 70 health. And you're saying, yeah, for the time being, Goat. Come on. Let's not celebrate it. It won't be here for too long. Not with that attitude. All right. It's just one of those games that's pure fun, right? I mean, it takes you back to the days of Gradius and Life Force and gosh, so many greats, you know? Anything can do that. I just have such an appreciation for those. Were such good times in life, you know? Okay, so it looks like we're gonna get droney with it this time. Create 4 drones with 8 health that sweep around you. When a drone collides with an enemy, it deals 10 electric damage. Oh, it's electric. Go ahead, you say it, and I'll say it. Boogie, woogie, woogie, right? Yep. Every 2 seconds, create 2 drones that follow your ship. When an enemy is within range, the drone locks on and crashes into them. I wouldn't mind some crash damage. I kind of like the sound of that, but electrical might be neat too. We don't have any of that happening. Well, every 2 seconds, we're gonna create 2 drones. Create 4 drones with 8 health. We're gonna go drone swarm. All right, how are we feeling about this swarm? Are we swarming? Uh-oh, what do we got here? If you've got the data, I've got a reason to take it off your hands. We do have the data. Gleaming cube. Oh, here we go. Okay, so contains a random amount of gems, repairs 20 hull, and increases your max hull by 20 per copy. Oh, nice. Increases the experience gain from gems by 7% permanently. Oh, goodness gracious. Yes. Yes. Okay, so let's take a look out here. Boss threat level. Enemy mothership detected. Bonus item rewards should you survive. All right. No outposts or bonuses. This zone grants a beacon that provides rare upgrades. All right, so we got that. Is this going to also be a boss sector? Yep. What else do we have? Will attempt to overwhelm you with speed and numbers relatively weak ships. I kind of like the sound of that. No outposts or bonuses, rare upgrades. Okay, let's go this route. I think our drones are going to help, even if they have the numbers. I think we're putting enough stuff out there that will probably allow us to get through okay, right? At least these are the lies that we're telling ourselves. Okay. So we're gonna do a little bit of shucking and jiving and dodging. Right? You're saying, oh, we know how this is gonna go. I love the positivity. All right, here we go. Hey, so far we're doing all right. I think. I see lasers popping. I see drones joining the party left and right. I'm excited about this. Yeah, this is going well. In fact, we are at a net well, not even. I was gonna say we are at a net positive health. Yeah, that dodge is a lifesaver. We're getting there. We're getting there, folks. I think we did the thing. Oh, yeah. All right, we can even do this uninterrupted. Okay. +1 max beacons can be created by your beacon type upgrades. 10% cooldown on beacons. Oh. Okay, so we'd be doubling down on the crystal drone. Create a drone that when damaged creates 2 lasers toward the nearest enemies. I do like that thing. Your drone weapons gain +1 max drones and have their cooldown reduced by 10%. Oh man, that would be good too. Drones have a 25% chance to trigger equipped bomb detonation effects when destroyed. Oh, I do think that we will go with this. We got to support the drones, right? All right, we're gonna keep going here, folks. Let's see what we got. Elite threat level. Holy smokes. Lots of hazards, lots of great stuff. It's gonna be the Arachne. Research output posts allow you to trade data disks for special upgrades. Okay. This zone grants a beacon that provides the indicated weapon type of upgrades. All right. So that's a possibility. Basic threat level. No outposts or bonuses. Well, you know what? Go big or go home, right? I was about to reach for the coffee, but I don't know that that's the best time for that, right? Okay. My thought was we'll level up a whole lot if we do this. This gang's 1 charge every time you create a bullet. At 77 charges, unleash a barrage of 7 short-range bullets that deal 7 damage each. This does not charge from its own bullets. Well, I kind of think this is neat, right? This gang's 1 charge every time you create a bullet. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. So far, this stage isn't too bad. I like that these guys have an interesting AoE attack. Hey, there goes the auto bullets, I think. We just saw that pop off. Yep, there it goes. So they're popping off at a good clip, I think. Let's get these guys. All right, come on. Ooh, what is that? Thing off to the right. You can't see, but I'm pointing at the screen. That thing off to the right there. That looks interesting. Every 2 seconds, one of your beacons shoots a laser across the screen in a random direction. The laser can hit up to 3 enemies. Wow. That sounds interesting. I think I want that. +1 max beacons can be created. Beacons have -8% cooldown time. Beacons last 10% longer. Oh, I want this lighthouse thing, and then we got to do more beacons now, folks. Yeah, that's what oh, it's a crystal thing. That's awesome. All right, we're at 64 health. We need more beacon stuff. Let's go for beacons here. When enemies die, they have a 7% chance to release. Oh my goodness, are you kidding? Come on. That sounds amazing. Okay. All right. We're doing this. This is amazing. 7% chance. We can build upon that. And I wonder if that gets a bunch of the benefits from our chance stuff that we have. Perhaps makes that stuff happen that much more often. Health down to 56. That's not wonderful. All right, so look, they weren't kidding on the extra difficulty. Okay. Appreciate you blasting them swarm out the sky. How's about I help you make your blasts a little blastier? Oh, he talks a little bit like me. That's nice. Common beacon, uncommon beacon, a data beacon guaranteed to provide some uncommon upgrades. A data beacon guaranteed to provide some rare upgrades, but we do. We have 40. We have 40. Well, let's do that. Let's live a little. Okay. Replicator. Whenever your upgrades create a bullet, you have a 10% chance to create an extra copy. Weapons deal plus 10% crit strike. Upgrades gain plus 7% chance to trigger bonus effects. Yep. Yep. All right, let's see what we got here. Basic threat level. Mining zones contain mineral-rich rocks. That sounds great. Yeah, we're gonna do this. I figure if we can get a little bit of health back, go with a little bit more of a chill level, right? I mean, they're not kidding about the mineral-rich rocks. Okay, we're gonna get those mineral-rich upgrades. Timed upgrades have minus 7% cooldown time. Maximum cooldown reduction is 60%. We have 7 timed pieces going, so that might be good, and it's a rare. Lasers have a 12% chance to bounce to another target. Bombs, wow, these are all really good. I think it makes sense to do this. Oh my goodness. Is it just me, or do those kind of look like beehives in a way? Let's just be glad Burns or Boo Earns isn't out here with his dogs that when they bark, they shoot bees. If you know, you know. I hope you know. Say Burns or Boo Earns? Sorry about this. I have a couple friends that will just quote The Simpsons over and over and over and over again. When enemies die, they have a 7% chance to release 3 electric bullets. We've got to go with this. This chance is increased by 2% every time chain shock triggers and resets when discharger activates. Yeah, we've gotta do this, I think. I think it's the responsible thing to do. Now I know this would be great too, but I think I'd like to raise the chance by another 3%. Oh man, this is great. All right, calming. Figure why not get the freebie, right? Okay, Shell Shocker. Every third missile you fire gains plus 15% bonus electric chance. Oh my goodness. Chain Shock deals plus 5 damage. Every 35 lock-on targets you create, a giant lock-on target appears. And for the next 3 seconds, 15 damage missiles rain down on up to 3 targets in the area. Oh boy, it sounds nice and weird. I have a hard time not going with the weird ones, you know? All right. Well, we got hit by something that slowed us down, that's for sure. There's our giant missile. Square, target, square. Reticle, whatever you prefer. Oh, I just slammed right into that thing. All right, we need our buddy to show up and offer health. Because the slow health recharge that we have going is just not going to get us there, folks. Not the way I drive. Okay, y'all got anything that does health? All drones gain plus 10% range where applicable. Lasers have a 10% chance to apply burn. All upgrades gain 10% range. An energy field appears on the battlefield, moving side to side. Bullets that pass through it create 2 electric bullets that deal 50% of the original damage. That could be interesting. I know it knocks down the damage, but it puts us in the opportunity area to build upon electric. So maybe we do that. Okay. Let's take a look at what we got going on here. Elite threat level. Oh boy. Oh boy. Okay, so we'd have the opportunity to trade data discs, which we like. This zone grants a beacon that provides uncommon upgrades, but it's going to be difficult. We only have 38 health. Standard combat zone, no outposts. All right, well, you know what? I still think we got to just go for it, folks. So I'm going to say cheers to you. Take a sip there. And we're going to try for a bunch of level ups, and maybe that's just going to help us mitigate whatever they throw at us, right? I mean, I'm gonna think about it that way. I'm going to be positive out here. All right, I am excited about everything that is dropping. My goodness. Definitely want to try for this. Oh man, we need to get this guy too. All right, what do we got here? Whenever your upgrades create a bullet. Lasers have a 10% chance to leave behind 10 damage plasmic bombs. Wow, okay. Lock-on upgrades gang, +1 max targets, chain shock deals. Okay, let's do this. Let's do that. Well, that worked out well. Drones gain +2 max health, but cool down 15% slower. When your starter weapon fires, 7% chance to strike the farthest enemy. Oh, with a laser. Huh. Plasmic burn effects and 5% chance to... Okay. I think we are going to do this. Oh boy, 20 health. There we go, cross your fingers. Oh! What a great video game. Seriously. What a fantastic video game. Alright, so we are going to go back to the hub area, and now I'm going to show you this briefly. So basically, you've got the data disks that you bring back with you too, and you can open these up by completing certain challenges. See, destroy 200 debris objects and debris fields across all runs. Or, if you don't want to wait for that, you can just use the data disks. And this actually sounds quite awesome. 20% chance to collect items that pass off screen. So I'm just going to go ahead and spend the data disks, and then we're going to take that right now. Now, you can take up to 2 of these options per row. So you can see I've selected some of them. 1 free reroll taken when you level up. Start the game with 13 banish tokens. Wow. Getting a free signal booster at level 5. That might be cool. Once all 4 weapons have been equipped, you may choose a weapon other than your starter weapon to replace. At level 14, get a replicator beacon that offers copies of the highest rarity utilities you have. I think I'm gonna go with this. And this is really interesting too. 30 seconds into each new zone, a repair drone appears and remains on the battlefield for 8 seconds. Moving into its radius will cause you to regain 1 hull per second. Oh, man. So I'd have to take something off in order to put that on. Asteroids release 0 to 2 bullets toward enemies upon being destroyed. I like that. Enemies have a chance to drop shield orbs on death. Collect 7 to become immune. See, now this is going to be really tough. This is going to be really tough to choose. I like both of these for the resources. I suppose if we're getting healed each round, then we could go with that. All right. Do we want to try again? I think we want to try again. Let's go with a totally different build approach this time. Maybe we could lean more into lasers, if possible. Saying, oh, Goat, you didn't read. Well, that thing at the end there did look like a laser to me, so I had decided that's going to be good enough. Okay. When your starter weapon fires, you have a 7% chance to strike the... See, I was correct. I was correct. Drones, yeah, okay. All right, we're gonna lean into lasers this time, folks. We are, and we're gonna get lasers that do burn damage, and we're gonna have a really good time doing this. That's the plan. Oh, there's the healing station. That's really neat. Let's see what we got. Kinetic. When charged, your next phase shift lasts 1.5 seconds and deals 10 electric damage to enemies. The phase shift is that block maneuver that I have. Elemental effects gain plus 5% chance to trigger. I might want to do this, actually. Yeah, I think we want to do this with the thought that we're going to make all of our lasers the burning kind. Right? I'm gonna take a sip here. Okay. Lasers can damage +1 targets they pass through. Lasers gain +5% chance to deal critical damage. All upgrades gain +10% range where applicable. The next attack that deals 50+ damage also causes a 30 damage explosion of laser energy. Oh boy. Well, I think we go rare. Right? Now, if you're wondering, hey, Goat, you know, you said you played the first Gunlocked and also, and you know, should I play the first Gunlocked first before I dive into the second one? Look, I think it's a neat video game. I do think that I like this one a little bit better, but I think they're both great. Triggers a bullet behind you that deals 10 damage whenever a weapon triggers. Create a drone that, when damaged, generates 2 lasers. Oh, yeah. Okay. This is great. This is going great. I like how those guys seek you out and try to die near you. They're like, hey, if I'm going out, you're going too. Right? A little bit Predator-esque for us. If you know, you know. Every 4 seconds, an explosive beacon appears in a random spot. Okay, create 4 drones with 8 health that sweep around you. Still looking for laser. A large energy bullet charges up in front of your ship as you move and then fires when you stop. A laser sword is affixed to your ship. It deals 20 electric damage every 0.5 seconds to enemies it collides with, so we got electric as well. When your ship changes direction side to side, the sword sweeps. Yep, sold. I actually have not tried this one before, so this'll be interesting. I like that. Okay. Yep, that's pretty neat. All right, let's see what we got here. Now I'm gonna look this time. Standard combat zone, no outposts or bonuses. Grants an uncommon. Okay, advanced homing tech. Elemental type of upgrades, so like fire. We want fiery lasers. We're gonna do whatever we need to get them. Make it happen. Okay, let's see what we got here. When your starter weapon, that's a missile. All upgrades gain 10% range where applicable. So would that make the sword have better reach, I wonder? Create a drone that, when damaged, creates 2 lasers. Yeah, I think lasers can damage +1 targets they pass through. I think we're gonna just double down on that action. I was wondering how well the laser sword was going to work naturally without me having to, you know, forcefully make myself move side to side, but it does. It works. Okay, let's see what we got here. Bullet upgrades gain +10% electrical chance. Electric effects gain plus 10% range. Every third missile you fire gains plus 15% electric chance. Whenever 6+ enemies are targeted by lock-on targets, well, we're not doing a whole lot of targeting. So, I think we will do that. That was a quick turnaround. When drones are destroyed, they have a 10% chance to lock on to one enemy and fire a 20 damage missile. Lasers have a 10%... Oh, there we go. There it is. Lasers have a 12% chance to bounce to another target. Well, we gotta go fire. We gotta go Rapalm. Awesome. Alright, lasers have a 12% chance to bounce to another target. I think that's what we're gonna do. Lock-on targets have 20% chance to deal 10 electric damage. When electric chain shock effects trigger, this gains a charge every... Right. I think we're going to do that. It's a little bit bouncy out there, right? Spread the love. Been watching for the burn effects to pop off. I don't know that I've spotted it yet, but my eyes are kind of all over the place with a game like this. Elite threat level, expect environmental hazards, increased item drop, rich resources. Yeah, sold. I don't even have to look at the other side. Okay. Pulse cannon fires 2 short-range bullets with one piercing that deal 20 damage each. Okay. Create a bomb that follows the front of your ship. Every 4 seconds, an explosive beacon appears in a random spot, right? Then we've got to go to it. Create a drone with 24 health that rotates around you every 0.5 seconds. You know... Alternates aim. Oh, I like this one. You remember me talking about that last time. You know what? We're gonna go with that. I do like that. Oh, the sword is really good for those. Some sword mining out here. I did see something on fire there. Beautiful. An energy field appears on the battlefield moving side to side. Okay, that's the one that creates the electric bullets. When plasmic burn effects end, they have a 15% chance to trigger all effects that normally trigger when burn effects start. Lasers have a 12% chance to bounce to another target, so this would increase the chance and create more range. Final spark. When plasmic burn effects. What plasmic burn do we have today? Elemental damage that has a chance to apply plasmic burn, dealing 4 true damage. Okay, so we... Is burn the same thing as plasmic burn? I'm not sure on that. So here's what I'm thinking. I think we go with a little bit more bouncy chance. Let's do that. No, it doesn't want to take my choice right now. All right, I am not sure what that was all about. Tried pressing lots of buttons, as you saw for a moment there. I even plugged in the Xbox controller to see if I could get things to move forward, and eventually it did make a selection, but I was a little bit caught up on that menu. Now, I don't fault this game at all. This is early access. It might even have been something that I did unintentionally, you know? So let's see what we can do here. Upgrades gang plus 7% chance to trigger bonus effects. Elemental effects gang plus 5% chance to trigger. I think that's what we want to do. An energy field appears on the battlefield. When plasmic burn effects end, they have a 15% chance. Okay. Yeah, let's do that for sure. All right. Back to the action. I was concerned for a second there. Ooh, lasers getting plus 5% chance to deal crit damage. Timed upgrades have minus 7% cooldown time. This is gonna create more lasers. That'll launch a bomb. Let's do this. Outstanding. Okay. I'm gonna take a sip of coffee here. Every 4 seconds, lock onto 2 enemies. If an enemy dies, while marked, a 6 health drone. Triggers a bullet behind you that deals 10 damage whenever a weapon triggers. So I think that we're gonna maybe add some drones. I know we're getting away a little bit from the lasers, but we like our drone buddies. Kind of like this sword. It's growing on me, especially for the mining situations. I see some fire happening there too. That was nice. All right. Elite threat level. Increased item drop rates. Data disks trading. This zone grants a beacon that provides the indicated weapon type of upgrades. Okay. I think that might be a bullet. Basic threat level. No bonuses. All right. Hey, you gotta live a little, right? Lean into it. Oh, man. Some messy driving to start us off. Are the walls closing in? Every 4 seconds, an explosive beacon appears in a random spot. Launch a 30 damage plasmic bomb in front of you every 0.33 seconds. If the bomb touches an enemy before detonating, it sticks to the enemy. That's kind of cool. Oh, look at this. A targeting beam focuses on an enemy in front of you, then fires a 50 damage laser. Well, we have to lean in, folks. We have to. We have to. Let's sit in there for a moment. Perfect. This is where slowing down the craft comes into play a little bit more for me. Now that we've got that focusing laser, where you've got to stay on them for a minute in order for it to pop off. Just allows a little bit more precision. All right. Okay. Weapons deal plus 10% crit strike damage. Weapons gang plus 7% chance to crit. Whenever your upgrades create a bullet, an energy field appears on the battlefield. Right. So, I think we go with this. All upgrades gain plus 10% range where applicable. Every 4 seconds, lock onto 2 enemies. Well, an additional drone wouldn't be bad. That thing all the way to the right looks interesting. Drones deal plus 3% bonus damage and gain plus 3% crit chance. Ooh. Alright, let's power them up a little bit. Maybe another reason to go drones when we've got the opportunity, right? If you want it, we can sell it to you even if we don't have it. Don't worry about the logistics. Contains a random amount of gems, repairs the hull, repairs, oh wow, up to 50 hull. Let's just go with this. All right, so we got a boss, standard combat zone, no outposts, rare upgrades. Oh, let's do it. I have a feeling this laser is going to be wonderful. That's fun. You know, some additional range might be nice. Can we all agree that the music is pretty banging? Yeah. It just adds to the whole experience. Now, let's take this guy out. Enough messing around. There we go. Awesome. Cheers to all of you. Okay, let's see what we got here. Every 6 seconds, the next beacon you create also creates 4 small plasmic bombs. Elemental effects gain plus 5% chance to trigger. We might go with that. Bombs have a 5% chance to instantly explode. Bullet upgrades gain plus 10% electric chance. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, basic threat level. I have a feeling we're going to be going this way. Elite threat level. Yes. Lean into the danger. like what we've built so far. Lock-on upgrades getting +1 max targets. Drones have a 10% chance to explode on death. Lasers have a 12% chance to bounce. We're going to be bouncing, I think. Yep. Yep, we're going to be bouncing. All right. So we are at 57 health. Oh, wow. Those are some big asteroids, aren't they? I'm thankful that we're grabbing some of the stuff that goes off screen via that other upgrade that we captured. Every 7 seconds, launch a bomb. Okay, lasers can damage +1 targets they pass through. You know, it's probably time for that, right? Or do we want to launch a bomb every 7 seconds? I think that's what we want to do. Well, we'll get something else going out there, right? Okay, we definitely want to do this if we can. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Folks, this is a game called Gunlocked 2, and it is awesome. I would recommend that you check this out. It is currently available in early access. I will include a link in the video description, per usual. If you can't get to this one right away, throw them a wish list. It helps these guys show up so much more in the infinite hallways of the Steams, right? We know how many games are out there. You know, I think I read, if I remember right, in 2024, it was something like 18,000 indie games were put on Steam. I might have that number wrong, but it was in the thousands. And so, you know, to try and show up, well, right? Like, if you divide that amount by the amount of days in a year, how many games is that hitting every day? Like, it's staggering, you know? A lot of these folks changed their release plans due to the Hollow Knight release date coming. Very exciting, by the way. It's all the Hollow Knight fans out there. I'll probably be jumping in as well. Okay, so let's do this again sometime soon. We'll get together and play a roguelike or a roguelite because they're the best. And you're the best. I really appreciate all the support. This is always something I look forward to doing. And you all power it. Look at us. Look at you. Have a great rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.